Factory Row howls as you glide through its cramped passages. Whether its many bays and rooms once were, they now serve as containers for industry of every kind. Whirring manufactories precisely engineer components with rapidly shifting arms, while scrappers hammer incessantly at bent ship blades. Everywhere you look, there is energy and activity, and for good reason. Export itself is built on the derelict fragments of a solar reflector, and even the small amount of energy generated by its remaining mirrors is enough to power a city of machines. It is familiar to you, of course, in a strange, far-off way because of Darkside. The place and your memories of it are a muddy haze, but it is hard to forget the glint of its hexagonal reflectors, 10 or 20 times more in number than Hexport's, and that wild, flickering city growing on their back like a tumor. In comparison, Hexport feels provincial, but deep in Factory Row you could almost be back in Darkside. And then you see them, tubes just like those Serafin had waved in your face. The feed lines. You push over to the display window of the unit marked Karsten Supply in block capitals cut from hull plate. There, amongst an angled shelf of oversized ship components, sit the feed lines like some large biomechanical tangle of snakes. You slip inside where the sound of Factory Row is a little screened. Spot a large figure working at a bench. Hunched over, concentrating it seemed, he doesn't notice you enter. Wait patiently. You let him work, watching as despite his heavy build, he delicately aligns the components, their layers slotting like puzzle pieces. After a few moments of observing the process, he turns his head a little towards you. Can I help you? His accent is heavy, but unknown to you. Nice place you have. You saw a reaction from the profile of Karsten's face. He grunts. Something you need? Before you can respond, he tracks your eyes to the feed lines in the window. He looks back at you with a subtly changed expression, one you can't quite place. He turns with surprising grace and begins cleaning his hands on the cloth. Those sharp eyes scan you, but Karsten's thickest features do not betray the results of his assessment. Custom build those, for a client that never collected. He looks at his hands while he speaks, checking for stray old stains. You have one of the old MEVs then? He sounds out the letters in the way you don't recognize as he speaks. You try to recall anything you know about your ship, but the memories elude you. Perhaps Serafin should have come along? I think so. Karsten squints a lot. Right. Look. Karsten drifts over to where you are standing, his imposing height evident. For a fellow enthusiast like you, he continues in a distinct monotone, let's say a few hundred cryon clean chits. Shoots a glance at the feed lines. 400, let's say, to be precise. I don't have 400. Karsten looks you up and down and sniffs. It's expensive, I know, it's a shame, but it's just what they are worth. Screws up his mouth a little into something that might be a smile. However, I'm more of the bartering type myself anyway. Barter sounds good. Karsten nods sagely. There's a little favor I need a Creo for, and well, you look like you might be a good fit. He tucks the cloth away in a pocket and clasps his hands. I know of an old Solheim wreck out there, very old, pre-collapse. It's tucked away in a dead zone, so no one has ever really caught it. Drugs. Not only that, but Solheim derelicts have a habit of triggering nasty security protocols when approached by an unfamiliar ship, so it's been left well alone. But a salvager like you, with an old Solheim rig, I bet it wouldn't even flinch if it saw you coming. Smiles. I have a special interest, a need for that old tech. All those Solheim ships had a data core. Well, I don't care about the accounting reports or material ledgers or whatever they kept on that damn thing. I do care about the hardware. So if I was to find you back here with the data core in your cargo hold clean cut and complete, well then I could see my way to doing a straight barter for those feed lines. Karsten pauses, sniff at the air again. You just need the coordinates. Is it? Alright then. He holds out a heavy hand for you to shake, and as you automatically reach out, he grabs your forearm instead. Karsten pulls you closer, squeezing your arm. Let's keep this one between us, alright? F smiles, his face huge and close. It's our deal. Before you can respond, he thumbs a little drive into your palm. Those coordinates. Then he lets go of your arm with what you swear is a wink. You take a moment to gather yourself, and by the time you do, a whirring fills the air, Karsten having returned to his workbench. You turn and glide out of Karsten's supply, with a growing mix of anxiety and excitement in the pit of your stomach and the cacophony of Factory Row in your ears. Contract. Serafin might even be impressed. You look at the drive in your palm and smile. This could be a route out. You think of leaving this place behind, in possession of an improved ship too. Suddenly a small firm hand falls on your back, an equally small voice coming with, Hey, wait up. You turn in the passage to see a young woman, her hair waving from the rapid glide. She clearly just came off, catch you. She steadies herself using your shoulder. Sorry. Smiles, a quick and flat smile. Wanted to catch you. I'm Juni. Her dark eyes flick around nervously. You notice the portable terminal she carries, something data scrapers call a deck, and her backpack full of components and trailing wires. What's up? Karsten? She starts, still catching her breath. He sent me to grab you? She smiles that flat smile again. Wants me to come with you on the job? Her eyes shoot down to the drive in the palm of your hand. She smiles again. Why didn't he tell me? He glances back towards Karsten's. Guess he forgot? He does that sometimes. He looks sheepishly at you. He just grabbed me after you two were done talking, so... Karsten's always sending me on things like this. I guess he wants me to help you out. Keep an eye on things. Pauses. It can be pretty helpful. So... Jokes around the passage. Could I meet you at your ship and you can tell me when you're ready to go? I'm not sure. He looks nervous. Sure, I mean... Aren't sure when you are leaving? I'm not sure you're coming. She pauses, thinking. I mean, Karsten said I need to go. She glances back at the shop's direction. He does get pretty mad when people don't do what he asks. He shrugs. Let's see. Okay. He glances around. Karsten doesn't like waiting, but it's up to you. Juni pushes off and waves. Looking forward to working with you. He calls back as an afterthought. What about a ship? Oh, I'll find it. She calls back, and then disappears down the passage. You watch her go, glad of the contract, but nervous too. Will Karsten keep up his side of the bargain if you deliver? New local crew available. I don't know about this, sleeper. Serafin looks nervously out of the rig's window as you finish explaining Karsten's deal as well as Juni's offer to help. If the job was easy, Karsten would have done it himself already. That means there's a catch. He frowns at the stars. And there's definitely something going on with this Juni girl. He shakes his head. What choice do we have? What if... Serafin narrows his eyes. We could get the crowd together to buy the feed lines? Is that even possible? Found a contract board at the exchange further station. Gestures towards the hexport. We take on a job. That might get us some of the way towards buying those feed lines. Plus, I mean, if we do want to take Karsten's job, a bit of money to get ourselves prepared wouldn't be a bad idea. Fill up on fuel, supplies, be ready for whatever comes. Do we have time? Probably not, but without cryo for fuel and supplies aren't going anywhere. Serafin sighs. Just take a look at the contract board, see what you think. While you're at it, you might want to see if you can scare up some freelance crew too. Serafin shrugs. Many hands make light work and all that. Or we stop messing around, we take Karsten's job right now and get it done before he can't think twice. Serafin yawns. Seems like a whole set of bad options to me. Either way, I've still got work to do on the drive. Serafin nods a farewell, heading back to the engine room. Let me know what you decide. For a moment you pause, letting the haze of plans and ideas settle in your mind. Suddenly you curl up, pain shooting along your spine. You grit your teeth, your muscles locked tight. Your vision narrows as you squeeze your eyes shut. You feel a shift as if some connection has broken. It's almost impossible to describe. Like you are floating away from your body, dispersing, dissolving. There is nothing familiar in the pain, nothing to hold on to. You grit your teeth, and then another shift comes, and you are back in your body, rumbling against the metal wall of the passage. The pain slowly fades, becoming a pulsing throb, and then a residual flicker. You flex in 0G, stretching out the tension. There's a strange sensation of distance that persists beyond the pain. Disconnection between your body, yourself, a flickering numbness that refuses to recede. You wonder if the reboot has done something to your body, or if this is some new sensation you will have to live with indefinitely. It strikes you that you know so little about the body that houses you. It could be moments away from collapse, or it might preserve you for countless cycles like this. Try to shake off the feeling, pushing your hands against each other until they feel like they are yours again. Time is the only thing you need, and right now, it feels like running out fast. You head for the airlock. You have work to do. You've unlocked a contract. Open the map screen to view it. Okay. Contracts are high-risk, high-reward jobs that you and your crew can take on. Contracts require preparation and care to succeed. You'll need to gather enough fuel to travel to the contract, gather as many supplies as you can afford to keep you and your crew going, look for opportunities to recruit crew temporarily or permanently to help you on contract. Consider which crew to take carefully. They have different skills and stress resistances, and who you choose can affect the story. Once you're ready, you can select the contract from the map and then your crew to proceed. Okay. Okay, so selecting it would directly send me out. Okay, so 3 fuel for that. With scraps. Data defusal shift. All scrapyards have paid data defusal work to offer, as all tech tends to be laced with protocols and countermeasures that need disabling. Scrapyard shift, Swift, Scrap Solutions, or Triple S, as it's known locally, is a chaotic and slightly terrifying scrapyard where open shifts are always available. Total raw scrap. Triple S is constantly processing scrap for factories in the row. They'll pay good money for raw hull plates. Gotcha. Yeah, 2 options. Well, that's good to see. Contract board. Zip a signal source for 200. Station management have located a column signal. They are concerned that the C1 is so close and are looking for someone to disable its source. Okay. So basically, okay, let me recap my options here. So, I see you there, and local crew. So I want to do this one, and so this is without bonuses. So this will open new options for me. Okay, that's cool. This is pure purchase. Which is, okay, we need 65 to be fully filled. Don't really have good options here. Let's work the docks and see what happens here. Energy, yeah, it was a negative outcome. A new location discard. Okay. Warehouse. Freight loading. The warehouse, the export docks supply the industrial operations of the station, meaning they need constant loading and restocking. Means that I can use that one. Because we have proficiency in Endure and Elven Crow. 63. We are close there. Going to... Shouldn't really. I need to. Oops. Oh, which is more expensive? I think supplies are more expensive. Yeah, supplies are definitely more expensive, so I should be definitely looking for supplies. Primarily. And... for 13... There's the... Or there's food for 7 here? No, here. Bents. Bents fry. This is for 7. Let's see how much it's going to give me. 2 energy. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to... I can risk that. Risk the... chatting there. Nice. Positive outcome.